Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and I don't have any gameplay footage for you today. A few other things going on, I've been a little bit busy, but I did want to post a really short video here talking about a sale that I think a lot of you are interested in. Full disclosure out of the way, Slitherine, who's the developer I'm going to be talking about in this video, did not contact me, did not ask me to talk about this. I'm not getting anything for this. If you buy their games, I don't make any money. Well, with the exception of a tiny, tiny bit for Scourge of War, because I was on the team, not any affiliation with Slytherin. But I did want to talk. I did want to post a really quick video because I noticed actually yesterday there were some posts on Twitter about this, and I thought, hey, a lot of my followers are really into strategy games, are really into war games. This might interest them if they weren't aware of it. So I just wanted to call it out. Slitherine, which is a publisher that publishes a lot of games that I cover on my channel, War in the Pacific, the Strategic Command series, those are the two big sort of tentpole series on my channel right now. Both are published by Slitherine, and Slitherine has a midweek sale going on their Steam catalog. So it's not their entire game catalog, but it's the games that they have on Steam. War in the Pacific, for example, isn't on Steam. But they do have several games on Steam that I think you guys would probably be interested in. And I just kind of wanted to highlight that and kind of talk about that a little bit. So as you can see here, this is a midweek sale. It's Slitherine. It is on Steam, so you do have to be using Steam to get the discounts. You can see here that they've got a lot of games currently on sale on Steam. So that's kind of why I'm talking to you today. Wow. A couple of games that I think are worthy of calling out. I mentioned War in the Pacific, which is a Gary Grigsby game, which looks at the Pacific War, as you guys have seen through my channel. It doesn't. War in the Pacific isn't on Steam, but War in the East is. And that is a look at the Eastern Front by Gary Grigsby. So I don't think it's a day-based game. I think it's a weekly turn-based game. So instead of playing every day in the Eastern Front, you're playing things out in weekly turn increments. But other than that, very much Gary Grigsby game. It's actually newer than War in the Pacific, so I'd argue the user interface is a little bit better. It's a little bit more usable. There's still a ton of information, all the detail, all the depth you'd expect. It's very much a iteration and an advancement with a better land combat doctrine because the game is built around the Eastern Front. In addition to War in the East, they also have War in the West, which is the newest of the Gary Grigsby games out, and that looks at the Western Front during the Second World War. You know, the Americans, the British, Normandy, Italy, all of that jazz. Again, in a weekly turn increment. It's a very detailed and comprehensive game. Both of these games are currently available for $23.99, which you may say, oh, it doesn't sound like a lot off. These games regularly retail at $79.99. These are expensive games. They don't have huge audiences. These are the types of games that take literally years and years to develop. And when you do release them, it's not like you're going to sell 100,000 copies of this ever, even if you only charge $5. It's not the type of game that appeals to everybody. And for that reason, Matrix and Slitherine have always had a history of pricing these at about $80. Another game that is substantially off is Command Modern Air Naval Operations. And this is the successor, and a couple of you asked me about a successor to Harpoon in a video a couple days ago. This is it. This is a spiritual successor to the Harpoon series. It's a more modern game. It came out in 2014. And it is actually being used by the Pentagon for naval. Well, I don't know about naval. It might be air also, but it's being used by the Pentagon to like simulate like hypothetical conflicts or use. I don't know exactly what the Pentagon's using, but they're using it for something. Matrix is always posting, or Slytherin's always posting information about training the Pentagon on how to use this. Actually, I think I saw something on Twitter the other day that was talking about them being in Germany, training the Luftwaffe on how to use this game for various simulations that they run. So it's not a high-fidelity 3D game. It is a 2D top-down, red dot goes here, square goes here, lines go here, but it is an incredibly detailed and complex look at modern combat, anything from post-World War II to the modern day to the near future. in immense detail is covered. And this game is on sale, 67% off. It's available at $26.39. Usually retails at $80. This game's been really popular on Steam too. When it first came out and it was discounted, it was one of the top 10 selling games on Steam for a while. So interesting to find a game like that with sort of that level of detail, but also the lacking of some of the 3D seems to do really well, and it is part of this sale. Battlestar Galactica, I haven't played a lot of this, but this is a game that I know John Marciniak, the strategy war gamer, is really interested in, so that's on sale if that's something you're interested in. Field of Glory 2, which is a turn-based tactical combat game with sort of a tabletop feel, which I've actually covered on the channel a little bit. Is available at 60% off. Strategic Command World War II, World at War, the game that we've been playing a lot of on the channel lately, is 25% off, so you can get it for $29.99. Distant Worlds might be the most detailed and comprehensive 4X space strategy game ever. It is a little bit dated, but it is available for $15. This is like Stellaris on steroids with absolutely everything that you can imagine. Just with a little bit less sort of graphical clarity. A bunch of other games. Buzz Aldrin Space Program Manager is a space race game that I frankly really enjoy. Afghanistan 11, a counterinsurgency game, sort of an easy, approachable counterinsurgency game about the conflict in Afghanistan. Ancient Rome, Aggressors Ancient Rome, which we covered on the channel a bit there. Ajod Civil War 2, some of the close combat games, Gateway to Khan, Commander of the Great War, one of my sort of older classical series on this channel. We did like 30 or 40 videos on this game. Some of the Command Modern Air Naval Operations DLC packs. So Silent Service, Chains of War. I mean, there's a lot of games. It seems to pretty much be their entire Steam catalog available on here. The Order of Battle stuff looks like all the different packs, battle packs in that series are on here. Panzer Corps. So Panzer Corps 2 is about to come out, but if you're looking for something that isn't 3D, like Panzer Corps 2 is going to be 3D, if you're looking for like a true recreation of Panzer General, the old SSI classic, in a modern iteration, Panzer Corps is that. Came out, 2014, but it's basically a modern Panzer General. And even down to like having the voice acting guy sort of reading out the prompts before the battle, with that sort of dynamic campaign that you build your force and fight through a series of battles throughout the entire Second World War. It's available for only $2, so it might be worth picking up. Yeah, a lot of other games on here. Scourge of War Waterloo, so the newest of the Scourge of War series, looks at the Battle of Waterloo, 60% off. That's the one that I was involved in as a tester. And a lot of other stuff on here. The original, or not the original, but the previous Strategic Command that only looks at the European theater available. Just a large catalog of games on sale. So I didn't have time to sort of jump into the next step of War in the Pacific. I would expect to see the next War in the Pacific episode, probably not tomorrow, but I would guess Friday is when I will turn my War in the Pacific turn over, and so you'll probably see that on Friday. So tomorrow we'll probably have more Strategic Command. Friday we'll have War in the Pacific, well, actually, I might be streaming Radio Commander. I've got a beta version of the, or alpha version of the game for Radio Commander, so that might actually come out Thursday. I'm not sure. Strategic Command will probably... Actually, yeah, that's what I'd expect. Radio Commander will come out Thursday, War in the Pacific Friday, Strategic Command Saturday, and then we'll see what goes from there. But if you're looking for a sneak peek at an upcoming war game that puts you in the shoes of sort of a commander back on a fire base that's communicating only with his soldiers via radio and having to make sort of key decisions about how to send in support or artillery or airstrikes or whatever, you'll get a sneak peek of that upcoming game, which I'm really excited about, called Radio Commander. Probably will post on the channel tomorrow. I will probably stream it, actually, or sorry, not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I will probably stream it Wednesday night on my Twitch, late Wednesday night, usually probably around like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, Central Standard Time, and then at 10 a.m. the following day, so 10 a.m. on Thursday, you will see the output of that post to the channel. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got time for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the games in the sale if you're interested. But until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.